Hello everybody, it's everyone's favourite feisty feline, Xephas Gracepaws here. If you're new around here, please subscribe for more furry fandom videos. In this episode of Newfurs 101, we're going to look at how you can become your fursona. So you've created your fursona and joined a couple of websites that I outlined in the previous episode. If you've missed those, check them out in the description. And now you want to become your character. Well, as much as possible. The first way that a lot of people like to embody their fursonas is to roleplay. Now there are tons of different places that you can go to roleplay as your fursona. These include things like Discord, Furcadia, and IRC channels. Although, disclaimer, I've never really roleplayed much myself, but I do know quite a fair bit about it. I've seen it happen all over the place. With places like Discord and IRC, you can search for specific furry roleplay servers to join, and they'll provide text-based chat you can use to interact with others. Now your best bet is probably something like Discord, as I mentioned, because places like IRC channels are rarely used nowadays, and they're very antiquated and in some cases insecure, so I would recommend going with Discord if you'd like to go for that sort of thing. However, another alternative is Furcadia. Now I've done a video on Furcadia talking about how it's a dying game, however there is still fun to be had, definitely. It offers a graphical interface where you can design your own little cute 2D character. You can walk around the world, and there's a chat box so you can chat to other people, and there's all different things you can do, and it's very fun to play. So if you'd like to pick that up, it's definitely worth still playing. It's just it's certainly not in its heyday like it used to be, but you can still definitely have some fun with it. Now there are some basic roleplay tips here. When you're starting roleplay, you should always ask the person you'd like to roleplay with if they'd like to. Don't just start roleplaying. Now, I'm sure we've all seen subreddits such as r/creepy*, where people type out RP messages without first making sure that it's alright with everybody else, and like the title suggests, it's kind of creepy. Another piece of advice when role-playing is to not force actions on other participants. Now this is more a kind of etiquette more than a hard rule. But, for example, you can say something like, my character coughs, so I would say, Xephas coughs. But you can't say something like, your character. So if you were playing it, you wouldn't say, Xephas coughs, because Xephas isn't you. You can only control your own character. It's up to each participant to roleplay their own actions as they wish. Now this final point is it's not super bad. It's considered a bit of a no-no and will be considered sort of fail RP or bad RP, depending on like how you do it. But the final thing to bear in mind is breaking character, sort of out of character, or OOC as it's known. When you're role-playing with somebody and you want to communicate with them sort of as yourself outside of the parameters of the roleplay, you should put your message in brackets to indicate that it's you saying it and not your character. Now obviously depending on who you're role-playing with, they may want to keep that to a minimum, but that's definitely a conversation you should have before you start doing the roleplay. So those are just the basics of roleplay, just one of the ways in which you can become your character. Now another way, probably one of the most popular ways, is to fursuit. Now I know nothing about fursuiting. I have no experience whatsoever. I have not even hung out with somebody who was wearing a fursuit. So I've asked somebody to help out and talk about their experience. So please welcome our special guest, Rebel Collie.
Hey guys, it's Rebel. So for some people, a big part of becoming your fursona is wearing a fursuit. This is a super fun way to really immerse yourself in the character and, just to act like a big dog. Or I guess whatever kind of animal you want. So the first step in fursuiting is getting a fursuit. There's a whole bunch of ways to do this. You can buy it pre-made from Furby or Dealer's Den. You can commission a custom suit of your character, or you can make one yourself. Whatever way you choose, it can be a little bit of a wait. So don't expect the suit to come as fast as, say, an Amazon package. The average wait time for a fursuit can vary really, really greatly depending on the maker. This suit I commissioned from the Fur Collective. They're absolutely excellent. They took 3 months-ish to make this suit, which is really fast. It was really, really quick turnaround, excellent communication. but it's not uncommon for a maker to take as long as 2 years to make your suit, so just be prepared for that wait if you do decide to commission a custom fursuit. If you're not prepared to wait that long, you should definitely consider either buying a pre-made suit or making your own suit. So once you acquire this big dog costume, you can kind of start to make the character your own. A really big misconception I had when I first got the suit was that you just put this head on and you instantly become this character that you imagine in your head. It's not true, honestly. Fursuiting is a performance art. It does take practice just like any other art form. So it's a really good idea to practice at home, see what looks and what feels right. Just whatever, pop your head on, figure out where your blind spots are. You can do that by just kind of going like this and being like, oh, I see my paws here, and that's, my blind spot is out here, that sort of thing. Or putting them in front and same deal. Another really good thing is to kind of find out where all the features are. You're not used to having a nose that's all the way out here, so make sure you know where your nose is so you're not bumping people all the time. You might still bump them, but that's okay. I really think you can't wear your suit too much at this point. It's really nice to just get comfortable in it, kind of see what your limits are. At the beginning there, you'll probably want to take breaks pretty often. It can get really warm in here, so make sure you're taking lots of breaks. So once you're all prepared, it's time for your first event. You can pack up your suit and head out to a con, a fur meet, a friend's place, whatever you want to do. For public events though, it's really, really important that you call ahead and make sure that they're okay with the fursuits. If you don't call ahead, there's a pretty good likelihood that they will ask you to leave, because this is a mask that covers your face and they're just not alright with that. If you're going to a fur meet at a public place, normally the organizer will call ahead for you and make sure that suits are okay, so you don't have to deal with that kind of thing. So you get to the event, you put your suit on, you're having a great time. It's really important to remember to stay hydrated while you're doing this. This is a really warm costume, and a lot of fur meets are outside in the summer and it's really warm out. So just make sure to take breaks, take the head off, to have a drink of water, just really stay hydrated and care for yourself, look after yourself. It can be really fun, but it's going to be a lot less fun if you're all dehydrated and sad. So once you get home from the event, the next really important thing is to wash your suit, or at the very least, sanitize it. No one wants to see your suit if it smells bad and is gross, just being honest. So when you get home, it's really cool if you can take like an isopropyl alcohol spray, like rubbing alcohol mixed with water, and just spray that inside of your head. Make sure to cover up the eyes so that they don't get any on it. You can spray that inside the paws too, and the bodysuit. And if you had a really strenuous event where you were really sweating a lot, you should just wash your suit. A lot of suits can be machine washed. It's something that you should ask your maker if you're unsure of, but the majority can just be washed like clothes, just with no heat. So that's really important to keep in mind. So these are just some basic quick tips that helped me out when I first started suiting and when I first started trying to become Rebel the dog. So I hope they helped you out, and I hope you enjoy the rest of this video. Thanks!
Thank you everybody for watching. You can check out Rebel Collie's channel in the description. Remember to like, subscribe and leave me a comment down below, and I'll see you in the next one.